Hi everybody and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. In today's video I've got two posts for you and both of them have updates, so let's get started with the first one. This post is from the subreddit True of My Chest and it's by user DeliciousTax5060. I discovered that my boyfriend is cheating after giving him an expensive Christmas gift. I, 25 female, discovered that my now ex-boyfriend, 26 male, had been cheating on me for 5 months. I was really devastated and felt a lot of rage inside me, especially after buying him a new PlayStation 5, since he wanted one but couldn't afford it. I was saving up a lot of money to buy him a console with some games. We've been dating for 3 years and living together for a year and a half. I immediately kicked him out after his side girl messaged me apologizing, not knowing that he had a girlfriend. I didn't believe her because I trusted my boyfriend a lot, but she came with receipts. There were a lot of messages where he flirted with her and sent her nudes. I was disgusted, really disgusted. The worst part was when I confronted him. He didn't even try to deny it and called me boring. He insulted me a lot, saying I was no fun and he deserved better. I was really enraged and for the first time, I slapped him. He was shocked and so was I because I was never violent with him and always tried to solve things quietly, but he made my blood boil. I felt quite guilty because I never raised my hand at anyone, but he definitely deserved it. I started screaming at him that he doesn't do anything around here and never pays the rent because he's a lazy, jobless piece of crap who can't even bother looking for a decent job. At one point, I mentioned how he would never get the PlayStation 5 that I bought him and return it soon to the store. He looked like a deer in headlights. The bastard immediately changed his attitude and acted sorry, started apologizing and crying, saying he never meant to cheat and promised he would make it up to me. He's a disgusting pig. He never cared for my feelings and he only cared when I mentioned something he wanted. He's such a hypocrite. I wasted no time and kicked him out. He's still sending me a lot of texts filled with apologies and even an ugly photo of him crying. I told him not to waste his time because he won't get the PlayStation 5. We're done, and then I blocked him. I won't take the PS5 back. I already have one, but I remembered that my parents were planning on buying it for my little brother. The plan was going to be for them to buy the PS5 and I will buy the games for it with an extra PS Store gift card. But looks like I will give my parents a call and tell them there's a change in our plans for my brother's gift. Well, OP, I gotta say, at least you didn't stay there to play any kind of games. You just found out the information, confronted him, confirmed it, and kicked him out. The one part I don't agree with is the slap, of course. A long time ago, a friend's sister told me that she would never slap anybody because the moment you raise your hand to somebody, you're giving the permission to raise their hand back. And I gotta say, I agree absolutely with that point. However, everything else you did, like kicking him out and calling him out for being a cheater and everything that you said to him, calling him a loser or a jobless loser or something like that, that's absolutely on point and he totally deserved it. I mean, not only was he a leech smooching on living off of you, but he also had the gall to just change his attitude right then and there because he thought he was gonna get a PS5. What a jackass. So yeah, OP, in summary, good for you for getting rid of the dead weight and hopefully you had an awesome Christmas. And what do you guys think about this situation and how OP handled it? Let me know in the comment section with written words or emojis like we've doing lately. Those are a lot of fun. And now let's move on to the community comments to see what they had to say. Tangled Up in Blue 22 says, let me guess, when you previously asked him to get a job and contribute to the household, he called you a gold digger. Good for you for not taking his gaslighting and BS any longer. I'm sure you figured out by now that he was never going to contribute and intended to use you for a free ride while he had his fun. You are so well rid of him. Best Christmas gift you could give yourself. And OP responds, he actually called me controlling. We fought a lot about it, but this was my first time showing a serious reaction to it. Kaleidoscope Paradox says, he can get bent. Good on you. You should tell the other girl what a lazy, jobless piece of crap he is. Also, happy holidays to you and your family. I hope your brother enjoys the new PS5 that your ex is not getting. And OP responds, I already told her, lol. She was already pissed that he cheated. Also, thanks, we will make sure that he loves it. Aziel96 says, good on you for not falling for his BS. Had you kept him and given him the PS5, he would likely continue to love bomb as a thank you for the game system. However, once he feels you are comfortable again, he'd have just gone back to his old cheating ways and not do a thing to help you, and then gaslight you, blaming you for being boring and whatever else he can come up with to make you feel bad. Your little brother is going to love his gift thanks to your ex, laughing smiley face. Additional information from OP's comments. He's crying because he doesn't want to stay with his narcissistic mother. Sucks to be him. Me, on the other hand, lesson learned. Stop dating deadbeats. Although I thought I could help him until he stood on his feet, it looks like he never even tried. So yeah. He probably thought I'd act like a doormat when he said he deserved better, but nah, I ain't letting that crap slide. And now I will take a break from dating, but hopefully will find my soulmate when I'm ready. Okay, well yeah, the community agrees that it's a good thing that OP let him go and kicked him out, and OP is taking the silver lining of a lesson learned. Good for her. Now, let's move on to the update to see how this story ends, but before that, and as we've been doing lately, I'd request that you guys give this video a like if you are liking it, if not a dislike as well. And if you feel like giving a comment or even an emoji like you guys have been doing lately, I've been loving those, so thank you so much for all the engagement. Now, let's move on to the update. Hello everyone, I'm back with an update. First, I wanted to thank all of the people who commented and shared some of their experiences with me. I really appreciate it. Hearts. Today was amazing. I celebrated Christmas with my family, my parents, and my little brother. My parents cooked the best food, so I ate well after not having an appetite for a few days. It was wonderful. As for my parents' agreement about the gift, we agreed on something. I'll gift the PS5 and games to my brother, and my parents bought an Oculus for my brother's new PS5 and other accessories for the console. When the time came for the presents, I was shocked to learn that my brother got me an expensive gift. He got me some makeup from Sephora and a gift card. My parents then informed me that my brother had been saving for my gift since the beginning of the year. I cried. I literally started bawling my eyes out, and then I gave him a big hug, my baby. I thanked him a lot for the gift and said that I loved it. When he opened my parents' present, he was really confused and stated that he didn't have a PS5 for this Oculus. I told him to open my gift. When he opened it, he started crying and immediately hugged me. I don't know what came over me and I started crying with him. I really love my brother. He's a sweet little boy and a good behaved kid. He's 12 by the way. That's why he deserved every gift he got. It was expensive, yes, but it was worth every penny to see him happy. After we all opened our gifts, I helped him set up the PS5 in his room and played some games together. Suddenly, he tells me that he loves me and that I'm the best big sister in the world. For the third time, I started crying. Probably because I'm on my period and my hormones are not making it any better. So yeah, there you have it. I had the best Christmas with my family, and seeing my brother so happy was worth the heartbreak I went through. As for my garbage ex, he's still making new accounts on Instagram to apologize. I told him to F off, and I know that he's only apologizing because he wants the PS5, not because he's feeling guilty. I mentioned that I gave it to someone who deserves it way more than he does. He started cursing at me, and I said that if he didn't leave me alone, I'd report him to the police for harassment. He stopped after that, and I never heard from him ever since. So that's all for the update. Happy holidays everyone, hearts. Well OP, that's a really sweet update with a little bit of a sting there for your stupid garbage ex-boyfriend. You had a really nice Christmas with your family, that's nice, your brother was happy, you were happy, everybody was happy except for your ex who didn't get the PS5 and apparently couldn't take a hint until threatened with police. So on that note, here's wishing the best for you in the future OP. Thank you so much for sharing and take care. And now let's move on to the next post that also has an update. This post is from the subreddit Relationship Advice and it's by user ILikePeaches24. My female 23 boyfriend, male 27, gives me horrible gifts and I'm fed up. We've been together since 2019. On our first Christmas together, I got him an Alexa with the accessories to make his apartment a smart home. He moved into an apartment around his birthday, so I got him a microwave, a toaster, silverware, etc. On his most recent birthday, I got him an at-home golf set because he recently became obsessed with golf. It cost more than expected, but I was happy to give it to him. During our first Christmas together, he gave me a video game and the money he owed me. For my birthday, he got me another video game. My birthday and Christmas are coming up, same day. I bought him a signed Steelers football because that's his favorite NFL team. He just told me the gift he got me, and this might be dramatic, but I had to stop myself from crying. He went on a solo vacation earlier this year, and my birthday present is that he printed the pictures from his vacation and put them in a photo book. This is his gift to everyone: his mom, sister, brother, friends, and me. He mentioned it before, and I politely told him that I did not want that gift. I actually told him I would hate it, and he laughed it off. I've been telling him since we started dating that I like jewelry and would love that as a gift. He tells me he hates going into jewelry stores, and more recently, a couple of days ago, said, "You already have so much jewelry, why would I buy you more?" At this point, it felt disrespectful, and after finding out about my gift idea, I told him just not to get me anything. It literally feels like he doesn't care about me or my feelings. He calls me materialistic because I like to buy myself things, and I feel like if I tell him how I truly feel, he'll just call me materialistic some more. Or maybe I am materialistic. Maybe this is a sweet and thoughtful gift, and I ruined it for him. Well, OP, with a superficial glance, it kinda seems like you both have different love languages. Now, personally, I had no idea what a love language was up until a few years ago when I started reading these Reddit stories. From what I understand, your love language is gifts, giving and receiving. I have no idea what his is. However, reading a little bit more into your post, it sounds like he's just a self-centered a-hole. His gift to you are pictures of his vacation printed out in a book. I mean, sure, that's nice. You know, he took the time to get the book and print it out, but it's not just for you. It's the same gift for everybody. And to me, that says this is a get out of a bind kind of gift. It's not even a thoughtful gift because he didn't think about it. He just said, what can I give people? Wait, I've got these pictures of me. I'll just give them that. Now, from a devil's advocate point of view, you mentioned that you liked jewelry. Now, you also give him pretty expensive gifts. So I don't know, maybe he just doesn't have the budget to buy the jewelry that you would want. I'm not saying it's wrong to want that, but maybe it's unrealistic for your relationship. Having said that, it does sound like he's pretty inconsiderate of you or your feelings and what to give you. He just doesn't think about it. So the conclusion is that maybe OP, this isn't the boyfriend for you. And what do you guys think about OP's situation? What would you do if you were in her shoes? Let me know in the comment section. And now let's move on to the community comments to see what they said. Hedwig92 says, my jaw dropped at the multiple photo books of his vacation. Is this something people do? Why would I want a coffee table book of someone else's vacation pictures? If someone in my family got us all this gift, they would never live it down. Crying smiley faces. Probably because they haven't tried out smiley face coffee. Darkness and Beyond says, the issue isn't the gifts. The issue is that he makes no effort to do something you would like. He sounds like he's in his own head. This isn't going to change, so up to you if you want to live with it long term. And OP responds, thank you. I thought maybe I was being dramatic, so I made this post. I'll definitely be talking to him about it tonight. Striving for Stoic says, bad gift givers don't suddenly reform, ever. He's telling you who he is. Believe him. This won't get better. You're bending over backwards to get expensive, thoughtful presents, and he's literally dismissing your feelings and calling you names for wanting things. Additional information from OP's comments. I offered to make a wish list so he knows exactly what I want, and he said he didn't want that because it ruins the surprise. Whatever, I'm giving the football to my nephew. He's getting nothing, lol. If anything, I'll get him a beanie or a coffee mug with the wrong team or sport. I could give the football to my dad, but he doesn't watch football, so he'd just be confused. And just to be clear, I'm not asking for $500 worth of jewelry or anything. I'd be happy with $20 earrings if he got them for me. I'm not looking for real diamonds or anything. I just so happen to love earrings and bracelets, but I don't care about the cost. Alright, well, the community's telling OP to just listen to what the boyfriend is saying. He's telling her he doesn't care. And apparently OP is already checked out if she's gonna give him a beanie or a coffee mug of the wrong team, which, by the way, I really like that idea. It's right up my petty alley. Also, OP cleared out the type of jewelry that she's hoping for. It's not about the amount of money, it's about the gift. Anyways, it's time to move on to the update to see how this story ends. I bought him a signed Steelers football and he got me a photo book with pictures from his solo vacation. A couple of people have been asking for an update, so I thought I'd just make a quick post. We broke up. My birthday party was on the 23rd and he told me he'd be working the entire day. When I called him to check in, he said he got the day off and was going to spend it watching football with his friends. I reminded him about my party and he said he hates going out and had already promised his friends he'd watch football. Yeah, he's a jackass. I must have said, but it's my birthday, in confusion like 10 times before. He said, it's not your birthday, it's just your birthday party and I'm not coming. I told him that was okay because I was over it. I asked him how Christmas was going to work and he told me he would stop by. He reminded me that he didn't get me anything because I didn't want his photo album and he refused to buy me jewelry. He then told me how much it hurt his feelings that I didn't want his photo book and said, I've never met someone so inconsiderate. I guess he doesn't have mirrors? This is when we sort of started to argue. I told him if the photo book came with something more heartfelt, then I'd appreciate it more. But I don't deserve the same gift being given to his coworker and his parents. I'm giving this gift to everyone that I love. Yes, I understand that, but you could have added a handwritten card or notes, literally anything. Also, yes, I said I liked jewelry, but if you saw literally anything that reminded you of me, I would have loved it. I just want to know that you care or thought about me. He said, for my ex's birthday, I played her a song on the piano. I don't understand why you can't be that type of girl. I asked him how he would know if he'd never done that for me. I didn't even know he could play the piano. In high school, my ex played the piano, and I thought it was the sweetest thing. If he played it for me, I would have loved it. I'm not sure why he decided to bring up exes. He told me I was just trying to make him feel guilty, which he would never do. His words, not mine. So we broke it off. After I broke it off, he said it was probably for the best because he was looking for someone he could buy a house and combine his money with them. I reminded him that between the two of us, I'm the only one with savings, apart from the fact that I make more money than him. I asked for the golfing set back and told him he could keep all the other gifts. He asked why and is now ignoring me when I text asking for a time to meet up and get it. He said it was stupid that I wanted it back. I do feel a bit guilty when I see videos of people receiving horrible gifts and pretending to love them, so I don't know how to feel. I definitely could have sucked it up, but I guess it was time for us to go our separate ways. Yeah, OP, it was definitely time to go separate ways. I mean, this dude, apart from being a jackass, doubles down on the jackass by bringing up exes, like comparing you to his ex. Why would he go there? Maybe just because he's an idiot. Either way, OP, silver lining is for you. You got rid of that idiot. So here's wishing you the best in the future, OP. Thank you for sharing and take care. And since we still have some time, I decided to end this video with a mood booster post, so stick around. This post is from the subreddit Malicious Compliance and it's by user Plexdiferous. Karma is a bitch and so was she. This story is from quite a few years ago when I was a bartender in a corporate-style cookie-cutter restaurant. I mostly worked nights but had one regular mid-shift on Fridays. We were always super busy at the bar for lunch on Fridays and usually had quite a few of the mall workers coming in to eat and then head back to work. Nearly every Friday, the same smug, borderline rude lady came in for lunch. Every time, she paid the exact change, 0 tips. Maybe half the time she would complain over some minor inconvenience and more than a few times got a comped meal. The more I had to wait on her, the more indignant and pissed I got. So, around Christmas time, I was out and about in the mall buying for family and friends. picked out something nice for my girlfriend at the time. A sheer top that I thought would look amazing on her. Decently priced, with it being on sale too. Walking up to the cashier, I was a bit surprised to run into resting bitch face. Whatever. In street clothes, I felt like she barely registered who I was, or maybe she really didn't care who was at her register, maybe both. So, I hand her a $20 bill. She examines it for a moment, turned it over twice, held it up to the light even. Then, out comes the counterfeit pen marker. Thinking to myself, a bit excessive, no? Change should have been around $1 and change. Surprisingly, she hands out $81 plus change. She called next in line, so I stepped to the side for a moment in contemplation. I could honestly feel the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. Took me a moment or two, but I finally let my moral compass win and stepped back in front of the register. I nicely explained that there was a mistake made, but before I could continue, she shot me down and briskly told me in a semi-professional tone to get the F out of here. So I did. The way I look at it, all those lost tips and the money she just gifted me were just karma. Sucked to be her, I guess. Well, OP, you did your best to try to tell her that there was a mistake, but she didn't let you finish to tell her that she had given you more money than she should have. So yeah, you're right. Sucked to be her, I guess. Thanks for sharing, OP. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. Now, if you've gotten to this point in the video, I assume that you like these stories that I'm reading out. So here are a couple more that you might enjoy. And if you don't have any time to watch another story right now, save it for later. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.